Want to speak real Turkish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at turkishclass101.com.
Herkese merhaba, ben Seda. Hi everybody, my name is Seda. Welcome to turkishclass101.com. Nasılsınız? Her şey yolunda mı? Hope everything is fine and you guys are enjoying learning Turkish. Today we will talk about funeral culture in Turkey and sympathy messages in Turkish. I know, it's not a fun subject, but it's good to know every part of life in another culture. Before I start, I should explain something. Turkey is a secular country, which means state of Turkey doesn't have a preferred religion. However, since most of the Turkish population is Muslim, here I will explain how Muslim funerals look like. There are Jewish and Christian populations as well. And normally every citizen gets registered by his or her parents' religion in official records. And of course, after 18 years, they can change it. But the record is kept to know how to deal with funerals, since everybody is buried according to his her religion. But some things are not possible, even if you want to. For example, there is no place to get cremated, so you have to be buried. So, as I said before, today I will talk about Muslim traditions around funerals. And let's start. The corpse, which is nash in Turkish, is brought to the mosque after, passing away. And the imam and a close relative washes the body in the gusulhane, a place dedicated for this job. And the body is wrapped with a white sheet, a shroud called kefen, and put in a coffin to carry it outside of the mosque. And it is placed on a special stone for this called musalla taşı. And then special namaz is performed for the deceased called cenaze namazı, funeral namaz. And after this, the deceased is taken to a cemetery to be buried there. While cemetery workers and relatives are digging the ground, Imam prays. And when the ground is ready, the deceased is taken out of the coffin and buried with the shroud only. Muslims are not buried in coffins. It is expected to throw some soil on the deceased body as a respect while saying a prayer of Fatiha. And after this, everyone is gathered at the house of the deceased. Generally, the neighbors, the close friends, and relatives cook for the people who are coming to pay their respect. And a plain Turkish coffee is served to everyone coming from the cemetery. Generally, mirrors are closed with a sheet or something, and meals are served, prayers are said, and there's also a special dessert served during the mourning process, which is this ceremony, which is called irmik helvası. And for example, there's a saying, helvasını yemek. It literally means to eat her helva, but it suggests that the helva is served at the person's funeral, so the person is dead. So for 7 days, people come to the funeral house to support the family and say prayers. For the 7 days, food is served to everyone who comes. Generally, people bring food as well. And the 7th and the 14th days are important, and there are special prayers for these days. First week is constantly crowded, but after that, life gets back to normal. The 14th day of the deceased is again important, and people are gathered again to pray and eat together. And after that, if the family wants, they gather every year on the day of the death to say a prayer and remember the deceased. So when you learn about someone passed away, what can you say? You can say, başınız sağ olsun, başınız sağ olsun. Literally, it means let your head get well, but normally it means my condolences. Sometimes if the person who passed away is old, people say Allah sıralı ölüm versin. It means may Allah give you an orderly death. It may sound weird, but it means that I hope young people in your life live long lives, something like that. And also nur içinde yatsın is very common to say. It means may the deceased lay in lights. Allah rahmet eylesin is another one. Allah rahmet eylesin. May Allah give grace. And some, not exactly, but close. And as you may know, there are different sects of Islam. And one of the sects in Turkey is Levis. Some of their sayings are a little different from the Sunni sect I have just mentioned so far. For example, they say Hakk'a yürüdü, meaning she or he walked to Allah. Another one is devri daim olsun. Let his, her cycle be forever. Another one is menzili mübarek olsun. Let his, her stop be blessed. So there are of course a lot of ways to, give your condolences, but these are the main ones. And I hope these will be enough and you don't have to use them. Sorry for the heavy subject, but that's what we had to talk about today. So I hope you enjoy the information. Let me put it that way. I will see you next time. Görüşürüz. Hoşça kalın.
Your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.